Hi everyone, welcome to Hamilton Life. Linda Rourke, Greg Ross with you. So we were talking this, raccoons traditionally, well, we would hope that they would just make their homes in the wild, but they don't. They often make it in our homes. And we're going to show you why it's not good.
What to do when you see and there may be critters inside? Well, of course, Bill, you're going to want to call the professionals because dealing with raccoons really isn't the most pleasant thing for a homeowner.
Right, exactly. Raccoons can be very dangerous. It's a 30, 35-pound animal that's in your attic or chimney. And this time of year, there's babies, so it's very risky for a homeowner to try and tackle this themselves.
So you guys must be getting a lot of calls.
Extremely busy this time of year. This is the baby season, so we always like to come out to a home and assess the situation, see what's going on, and our first step is to obviously remove these animals from the attic.
And so do homeowners usually know where they're coming in, or do you guys come and do like a whole around the house?
Right, we do a full 50-point assessment. Typically there's 50 areas on a home which are common entry points. So we'll identify all those 50 and make recommendations not just to get out the main entry point that they're using, but any other future problems that could arise. We'll seal up those areas as well for the homeowner.
And so what are some of the most common spots where critters are going to get in?
Most common are where the roof comes in and meets soffit or aluminum, such as this home here. There's a prime entry area here.
Oh yeah, right there.
Exactly, where that dormer is, and the raccoons just climb up the shingles, push up the aluminum, and in they go. So that's the main entry area on this home, but of course there's 3 vents on the roof that are susceptible. They'll just rip those roof vents right off because those vents exhaust heat, so animals are attracted to that, especially the cold winter.
Yeah, definitely. Very cold winter.
Right, the cold winter, cold spring, so animals will rip right through those. Now that the animal knows that aluminum is weak here, this downspout.
Oh, like, yeah, right there.
That little
L-shaped type of
L-shaped piece. Raccoons will climb that downspout, sit on the top there, and actually rip that aluminum right down and right back in the attic they are.
They're so smart. Once they figure it out, they're going to find a way in, right?
Exactly. We've had homes where we've done work 20 years ago, and the homeowner will phone and say, raccoons are back in, and they've got a new roof put on, the roofer's taken off our screening, and the raccoons are right back in the same entry point. So persistent little guys. Exactly. They're in our neighborhoods. The best solution is to animal-proof your home.
And so once you've assessed it, what's the next step?
Once we've assessed it, we want to get inside that attic space. We physically find the animals. We're hoping there's going to be babies here. We have to take that assumption on every single job site. I hope there's babies here. And once we get them, we're going to take them out, and then we'll chase the mother out or reunite them with the mother, and then she takes them to an alternate den site. All raccoons typically have anywhere from 10 to 15 den sites in the neighborhood, so she'll have another home.
Move on to another home.
Right, exactly.
Awesome. All right, stick around because we have more here at Skedaddle. We'll see you guys.
All right, so we are talking about how to get rid of those pesky raccoons or maybe some other critters that you might have around the house that you just don't want living with you.
Well, Bill, this is definitely a first for me. I've never seen baby raccoons up close before, but this is a normal day for you, right?
Exactly. Here at Skedaddle Humane Wildlife Control, this is a daily occurrence this time of year. With over 30 service vehicles on the road, we're seeing babies in the hundreds on a day-to-day basis. So.
And so how old are these guys?
These guys are about 2 days old.
Oh, wow.
Their umbilical cords are still on. You know, even still, you can see at 2 days old, the grip that they have.
They're so strong, but they're so cute. Oh my God! But of course, cute is one thing. Being in your attic is another, right? Right.
They are cute, but they are very, very destructive. The mother raccoon will be coming and going for at least 2 months, feeding these youngsters until they're able to even climb out of the attic space. So a lot of damage can go on inside the home by leaving these animals in your attic space.
So you guys went in, you've taken them out. Now what?
Yes, we've gone out, we've gone into the attic, we've crawled through the insulation, a very tight spot. Our technician Blake rescued these babies.
You're not claustrophobic then, right?
No, not claustrophobic or fear of heights. Respect for heights. So now we're going to put these babies in our baby release box or baby reunion box. This is a box that we've pioneered and developed. So we'll put these babies in here.
And this is insulation that you kind of just took out as a hole for the nest?
Right, from the attic space, keeps them warm.
Oh, and then quiet right down. They didn't want to wake up from their nap today.
Right, plus there's a heating pad in this box to keep them warm.
Very nice.
We'll put these babies in this reunion box on the roof, and we close everything up. And there's a little doorway on here, so Mom comes in at nighttime, goes in through the doorway. We'll pick up the babies, and she'll carry them off to one of her alternate den sites.
Oh, Oh,
They
cool.
typically have 10 to 15 in the neighborhood, so she'll have already been in, you know, a street over someone else's attic.
So you'll have another call to go there and take the same babies out.
We may, but that's why it's so important to animal-proof your home. There's typically anywhere from 15 to 25 raccoons in a square kilometer, so
that's
there's a lot of
raccoons
around here.
And
yes.
so once you've taken the babies out and they've started to take them home, what do you do after that? Then you go in and, I assume, clean it.
Right, we need to get into the attic space, clean out if there's any feces or droppings, contaminated insulation, and then also we can blow in an environmentally friendly cellulose insulation, which makes the home more energy efficient. So that's another part of our process that we can offer to homeowners. Because
getting raccoon feces out is a very important part. It's health hazardous.
Right, exactly. There's a roundworm in raccoon droppings called Bailis ascaris, which is a microscopic egg, which is in 70% of raccoon feces. And if it's ever ingested in the human system, it causes blindness, neurological damage, even death. So
this is definitely something that you want to take care of.
Right. You don't want raccoon droppings in your attic.
Even if they're not bad for you, just the thought of it.
Odor, the droppings with the Bailis ascaris, worm, mold, mildew, so it's always best to clean it up properly.
No thanks.
Right.
All right, well, stick around. We have more here with Skedaddle, but for now, I'm going to hang out with these guys.
But we're going to have to check back in with Katie because, first of all, she's shown us how to get rid of these pesky critters in the home with Skedaddle, but now it's all about preventing them from getting into your home.
So far today with Skedaddle, we've assessed the problem, we got the baby raccoons out, and now what is the final step, Bill?
The final step of our three-step process is to prevent and protect the home. So we're going to prevent the animals from getting back in by using a heavy gauge screening that doesn't rust or deteriorate, that the animals can't chew through or pull off, and that's going to protect the home against further intrusion. So homeowners can rest knowing that if the animals do get back in, we offer a lifetime guarantee on all our workmanship and material. So we have them covered.
So you'll be back.
We will be back. After 25 years in business, we know how to do the job right the first time. And if sometimes the odd raccoon beats us.
This is a little smarter than you guys, just once in a while.
Once in a while, peace of mind for the homeowner, we have them covered.
Amazing. And it's not just the entry point that you guys are screening, right? Can you add on to all the different, you said 50 points?
Right, typically the 50 areas on the home. So we'll make recommendations if they want to do just kind of the minimal work, or once again, make their home sealed up so they don't have the problem again with the vents on the roof, the downspout areas, there's plumbing systems, there's vents on walls. So a multitude. So the homeowner can, kind of pick and choose what program they want, but it's always best to animal-proof everything and anything, because
just in case.
Right, when you don't seal up one area, typically that's the area that a raccoon or a squirrel or a bird will get in, and then you're back to square one. So
because they're pretty persistent. If they liked their little home they had up there, I think they're going to try and find another way in, right?
Right, exactly. We've had homeowners that we did the work 10, 15 years ago, and they put a new roof on. The roofers took our screen off, and then next thing you know, the raccoon's back in the exact same entry hole. So
really, they're that smart where they liked the spot.
They're that smart.
Nice location.
This is their home as well as ours, so animal-proof your structure. Make certain it's secure, and you don't have to worry if you see a raccoon walking through your backyard, or a skunk, or a
checking
squirrel.
Out the neighborhood, finding his next place, setting up shop, right?
Exactly.
And so when you do have things like the heating vents on the roofs, how do you protect those?
The vents on the roof are a real concern because they exhaust the warm air that it comes up from the home through the attic and out. So this cold winter or a fall day or a cold spring day, animals are seeking out that heat source. So they just rip through those vents in a matter of a minute and right inside the attic. And as we can see from the neighborhood, every single home has vents. So some have 5, 6, 7 roof vents on their home. Every single one of those vents are a potential entry area for raccoons, squirrels, birds.
Everything. Clever little thing. So if you ever have a problem, you can always call Skedaddle, and you can check them out online. We'll see you guys later.
All right, thanks for watching Hamilton Life, everyone. We'll see you next time. Have a good day.